guys, I'm going to show you today how to make my cheese and bacon rolls. So first of all, here I've got 1.5 cups of flour, half a tablespoon of yeast, half a tablespoon of sugar and half a teaspoon of salt, half a tablespoon of oil, and here I've got 200 mils of lukewarm water. Make sure that your water is not hot because it will kill the yeast. So I'll just mix this together, pour our water in, and stir. So I made this dough recipe so that it's a bit wet. I think that it's fail safe this way because then I can just keep adding flour. So it's looking like this. Now just add a little bit more flour and keep stirring until it sort of comes into a ball. A bit more. Alright, that's good. Now we flour our bench. So just keep adding a bit of flour and kneading it. You want it to come to a nice smooth ball. That's good. And you really do need to knead it for a few minutes at least. This dough recipe, I use this for my pizza as well, and I'll make bread with it. It's so versatile. It does need a bit of love. So, I mean, you can do this in a stand mixer as well. But I find, you know, it takes a few minutes. It's really not that difficult. So it's still sticking to the bench. So just keep kneading it and adding flour until it just stops sticking to the bench. And then you have the perfect dough. So that's pretty much ready now. You can see how it's not sticking to the bench now, but it's nice and soft. So what I do now, place it back in the bowl, and I just sprinkle a little bit of flour over the top because that sort of stops the Glad wrap sticking. So I'm going to just put some Glad wrap over this and set it aside to rise for 1 hour. So this has been rising for 1 hour. Now take it out. We'll just give it a quick knead. Bit of flour. So now I'm going to cut this into about 6 pieces. You know, you can try and get them all the same size, but it doesn't matter if they're not perfect. So here I've got a baking tray that I've just sprayed with a bit of oil. Now we need a little bit more flour. So what I do is because I like my bacon and cheese rolls quite thin, so I roll it out kind of like a thick pizza shape, like that. It's going to double in size. So we do that with all these pieces. And you want to have them sort of touching. You can do them thicker if you like. So now that that's done, I'm going to get some egg wash ready. So just do a good coating of this egg because we want that cheese and bacon to stick. Now we sprinkle some cheese over first. Now I like a lot on my cheese and bacon rolls, not like the ones you buy at the shop that are really stingy. Lots of cheese, because this will double in size too, so keep that in mind. And you know, if a bit falls down and goes nice and crunchy, yum! So now I sprinkle some bacon over. Lots of bacon. So now that that's done, we've got to let this rise for another 30 minutes before we pop it in the oven. It's going to make your bread rolls so much more softer. So you can cover that with Glad wrap if you like, or sometimes I don't bother. I'll move that out of the way in a sec. So these have had their 30 minutes to rise again. So now I'm going to pop them in a preheated 200-degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes. So our cheese and bacon rolls are done. I had them in the oven for 25 minutes and they're looking beautiful. Yummo.